disturbing news. It seems as if independent wrestling veteran Davey Richards has been pulled from wrestling related activities and events. According to Fightful, he has been pulled from MLW after exhibiting odd behavior. There have also been reports and rumors circulating that he has there have been multiple domestic abuse allegations against him, and thus he has been pulled from a lot of indie bookings as well as MLW stuff as well as NWA stuff. I just kind of wanted to know your impressions on this based on, us talking about, unfortunately, situations like these on the show.
I think it's a good thing that they're taking action because wrestling even like 10, 20, 30 years ago and so on and so forth, they let a lot of shit slide.
Mhm.
Like domestic violence was actually more common than you think. And it happens to some of our favorite wrestlers that we kind of just sweep it underneath the rug. And I don't even want to say any names because I don't want to throw dirt on my favorite wrestlers, but it's there. Y'all know who they are. I don't have to mention it. But there's been like allegations or things with evidence of that nature with domestic violence, wrestlers cheating, wrestlers, committing weird acts of pedophilia and stuff like that, where they just have like these god awful, just track records. And people just say we'll separate the art from the wrestler. If they're a draw, keep this person going, keep it pushing. And I feel like it should be more normalized that if people are not really good people and they're committing crimes, that yeah, there should be a consequence. And I feel like they went about it properly. And um, I hope that this is something that is consistent throughout all wrestling promotions, not even just wrestling in general. I feel like just entertainment in general. Like I feel like people need to be like called out and held accountable for their bullshit. Like
Mhm.
yeah, you could just make one argument and be like, well, what he did was outside of like what he does in the ring in his business, and that may be so. But at the same time, why would you want that person representing your promotion? Like, why is that someone you want to have as an employee? Explain that part to me.
Right.
What do
I
you think?
I was gonna say I 100% agree with you that they did the right thing by pulling him from wrestling activities, whether it be an independent company or MLW or NWA. Like you said, this is kind of a testament to how far the wrestling industry has gotten when it comes to issues of ethical nature, as far as pulling wrestlers from events, pulling wrestlers from, wrestling related activities, just saying like, hey, we know this person may make us money. Fans may want to see him, but he still did something that is morally unacceptable and we need to take swift action. So shout outs to MLW for taking a stand and taking a stance. And I hope that this is something that we see more often across the pro wrestling industry. Obviously, I don't care how good of a wrestler you are. If you do something wrong, you should face the consequences. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, happens. But I do feel like they made the right decision because, like you said, domestic abuse has been something that's been very, very rampant in wrestling. It's unacceptable. There's no place for it, and I believe that if we want to create a more ethical wrestling industry, we have to punish people for their wrongdoing, and that includes issues of domestic violence and domestic abuse. So that's really all I had to say about that. We want to know what you guys feel about it. Should Davey Richards have been pulled for in light of his domestic abuse allegations? But we're gonna move right on. So